Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Things are getting extremely creepy. Can we handle it? Let us see. Things are getting creepy. It's time for your extreme terrors. Dun, 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 dun. How can you take it? It's getting more extreme. Extreme terrors. Extreme terrors.
I'm back. Don't worry about Bryce. I didn't hurt him that bad. Today we've got a doozy story for you. It's called The Beginning of the End. For this is the beginning of the final saga of stories. Now these stories are connected as part of this little narrative you might have noticed going on throughout my stories, as a little Jacob brat keeps interfering in my stories. He's interrupting my chaos, and I do not like it. So interrupt my chaos. So I'm gonna solve the little boy Andre. We're gonna solve him. We're gonna fix his little issues, and we are going to. I'm directly beginning to orchestrate some of these stories, because he's getting too close to my lair. Although, my employer said there could be some chaos involved if I let him live, so maybe I'll let him live. Maybe I won't. Let's get into it. Let us begin. Now you might notice none of the illustration for this episode or the next few episodes are going to be colored, for it reflects the darker tone of these stories. But don't worry, I'll add some color by describing our four little heroes you see here. In the middle is our hero, Jacob, in a green hooded jacket with white strings, a grey t-shirt, and some blue jeans, carrying a robotic metal suitcase, which can fold out to his Iron Strike armor, which is comprised of a gauntlet with a few missiles in it, boots with some bits of light gunpowder to get a good boost in order to give himself some temporary flight, a metal chest plate on his chest and back with some small boosters, some shoulder armor, and an Iron Man-like helmet. In his armor, he is known as Iron Strike. Towards the left of him, you will see the gargoyle of the gargoyle of Notre Dame with green, skinny skin and horns, and you'll notice he's beginning to evolve into a dragon, as mentioned in our previous story that Bryce narrated, Dracula versus the Gargoyle of Notre Dame. But no matter, because regardless of what they do, they cannot stop me and my chaos. On the right is Dracula, now a human vampire hybrid, now wearing blue jeans, a white t-shirt and leather jacket, and long hair. As he begins to adjust to his new powers, even being able to walk in the sun, and he has discovered them all. And up in the top, being blocked out majority by his mist, is Frankenstein's monster, who is now gone by the name of Frankenstein, with a torn-up jeans jacket, no shirt, black leather pants, and some boots, and some fingerless gloves. He's all stitched up and surging with electricity. Let's see how well they do against my bony minions! As we begin in a dark forest, as the quad trio walks around, Jacob says, "You know, guys, I think we're getting closer to what the heck's been going around in the world lately with all these monsters." Dracula responds with, "Indeed, I'm curious why monster activity has been increasing over the past several months." By the way, what year is it? The gargoyle states, "I believe it's 2023. At least that's what it said on the phones of those I took out." Frankenstein, very curious, says, What do you mean? Jacob quickly responded, don't worry about it, big guy. Wait, guys, stop. We're here, he said as he dropped the suitcase down and began to convert it into the armor. I'm impressed with your talent of building such a machine at the young age of 17. How exactly did you do it, Jacob? Dracula asked, curiously. And then Jacob quickly responded, some mechanical skills I learned from my dad before he was killed. But there seems to be an army of skeletons coming by. Oh no, Frankenstein said, before he quickly jumped in front of the army of skeletons and punched the ground, causing electrical pulse, destroying a mass majority of them and going through the forest. The gargoyle of Dawn responded with, "Wow, did you think you would have been much there, big guy?" He said before he began to evolve again, becoming more dragon. Guys, run! Every time I begin to evolve, I lose a bit of control. I attack randomly before my consciousness goes back to normal. Run! Quickly, they did. As Jacob quickly blasts off, Frankenstein begins to run, and Dracula discovers a new power. As rather than turn into a singular bat, he turns into a swarm of bats with a single consciousness flying all around. Iron Strike would land in a mysterious castle where more skeletons arrive, wielding swords. One would run up and cut off his hand, and specifically his right, as he yelled in pain. Ah! Oh! No! Oh, God damn it! Oh! Oh, no! Prepare to die, they said, before suddenly they were stabbed and shattered by the gargoyle, who grabbed him sort of himself and is now reverted to normal. Jacob, heal up, buddy. I'll go find the other two and I'll come back. We'll come back for you. Okay, I'll begin to wrap this up quickly before it gets infected. Jacob took off the gauntlet that his arm was on and began to wrap it around. He also went to the chambers of the castle and found a shotgun with a few bits of ammo for it, specifically a double-barrel shotgun, otherwise known as the boomstick, as well as a green-colored chainsaw that conveniently was modified to where a wrist could go into it. He said, "Wow, I guess somebody's a big fan of Evil Dead around here, but that'll be useful. It would probably not really work in real life." At this point, though, I am kind of questioning if it's real life. Before he could ponder any further, he's attacked, grabbed from the ground, thrown all over the place. Yes, who is his attacker, you may ask? Why, it's none other than the big skeleton, a bigger skeleton of a T-Rex, who says, "You will not escape the wrath of the demon of chaos, Bones the skeleton." That's right, I am the demon of chaos. But don't get it twisted. That doesn't mean like I'm a high mighty god or anything. It just means I'm a demon who really likes chaos. I'm also interdimensional, but that's besides the point. And what? Before he could say anything else, the arm of Iron Strike was knocked off of Jacob, sending him flying all across the courtyard, where he then landed in front of a brick wall. Oh, his hand stump all wrapped up, mouth bleeding, with some bits of his armor dropping to the ground, as a mysterious, shadowy figure looms towards him. Oh, that was scary, action-packed, and full of twists. I love it. So, let's love it a bit more. After this, there's only 3 episodes left of this season, and the series as a whole, as I say my final goodbye. But it won't be the last you'll see it for me. Night, night.